Downtown, Petco Park, a new beginning, let's go. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Baby said she wanna go to the game. Taught her how to say Padre gang. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Mitchell and Ness with the old school name. All of the homies holler Padre gang. Yeah, that.
Good day, everybody. Welcome to the July 30th Talking Friars Padres Twins pregame show. I'm your host, Ben Fadden. Just got finished with episode 206, reacting to the Joe Musgrove extension news. He takes the mound today. The extension is not official, but it's probably going to be official sometime tomorrow. Kevin Acee reported this morning in his newsletter that the physical is going to be taken tomorrow, and until the physical is done, contracts aren't signed. So I would think that Joe pitches tonight, gets a lot of love from the fans, as he always does, probably more love than he usually does because of the extension he's signing. And then tomorrow, the Padres tweet out, hey, it's official, and they get a deal done. So welcome to the pregame show. That's what we lead off with because that was the big news. That episode, my reaction, is out. If you want to go listen to it on the podcast platforms or on this YouTube channel when this pregame show is done. But the Padres and Twins get together for the second time of this series today. This game's on Fox. It is not on Bally Sports San Diego. I don't know who's doing the game. I would imagine it's Don and then someone else. Hopefully it's not Eric Karros. I really don't want to be listening to that guy. But it's on 97.3 The Fan, as always, on the radio side of things. 4:15 is the first pitch. The Twins are 52 and 47. The Padres are 56 and 45. Musgrove on the mound. He will be facing off against Sonny Gray of the Minnesota Twins. Sonny Gray, in his last start, he pitched well, 6 innings, gave up just 1 run, walked only 1 guy, and struck out 7. That was at Detroit. Kind of weird that he does great, and then the Padres pitchers can't really do much against Detroit. You have Shamanai giving up 9 runs. It's just the way it goes. Joel Ramirez, hi in the chat. Hello. Just a reminder for anyone that's tuning in, live here, you can hit that super chat button down there in the comments if you want to support the channel. If you are watching a regular video, there's also the super thanks button available as well. If you don't want to support the channel financially, totally understand. I appreciate your support by tuning in. And we're at over 1,000 subscribers. And I don't do this for the money, as I've said multiple times already. I don't get paid for the pregame show unless there's any super chats or anything like that. I don't get paid for the highlights I put out on Twitter at Talking Friars, which I will be today because I'm not at the game. I don't get paid for a lot of things. But I do it because I love talking with Padre fans and talking with you guys. All Dago says Abrams in the lineup. Surprised? Not really, because the Padres. Well, I guess I'm kind of surprised. I am surprised because since he wasn't in the lineup yesterday, I thought that, oh, wow, the Padres are really just not trying to play him at all, and they just want to save him for the Soto trade. But I'm also kind of not surprised because the timetable was only pushed back 1 day, and he was available to play yesterday, not in the lineup, but he was available to play, and he was dealing with that bicep soreness. So I think he missed the entire Detroit series. So maybe they're playing him now just to showcase him a little bit and just show to the Nationals that he's good. Even if they didn't play him, I don't think the Nationals would say, no, we don't want CJ Abrams. Like, it's a bicep soreness. It's not an elbow or anything where it's like, oh, no, we need to see him play or because we're not confident in him. Like, you're still going to trade for CJ Abrams. So I guess I kind of am and not surprised. He is hitting, where is he hitting? He's hitting 9th today, playing 2nd. So Profar's leading off. Manny's hitting 2nd. He's my Padre pick today. He was my Padre pick yesterday, and I got that right. He hit a bomb, so I believe I'm 58 and 37 so far this season in my pregame show Padre pick. Pretty good. Voigt's DHing, or excuse me, Hosmer's hitting 3rd. Got to hit him first after the home run yesterday. I don't like him hitting 3rd, but who else are you going to put there? I guess Mazzara. But they like going that left, right, left, right. Voigt DHing, hitting fourth. Mazara's hitting fifth and right. Nola is catching, batting sixth. Grisham's in center. Kim is at short. And then Abrams is batting ninth at second base. Quick update on Tatis. I mean, not really an update, but he hit BP today on the field. I was seeing on Twitter. He was hitting some balls in the Western Metal, and he is fully swinging, like really hard swings, 100% effort. So I would definitely expect him to start facing live BP. I'm surprised that he hasn't already, based on the fast swings that he's facing. But maybe he does starts doing that tomorrow. Then he goes on a rehab assignment, maybe on Tuesday or something for San Antonio, and then he's back in the lineup at the big league level sometime during the Dodger series this coming weekend, next weekend. So not this week, but next weekend at Dodger Stadium, sometime August 5th through the 7th. Or he comes back for that Giant series on August 8th and he plays then. So we'll see. That's kind of the Tatis update. As for the Diamondbacks lineup, or not Diamondbacks, why did I say the Diamondbacks? The Twins lineup. After scoring one run yesterday on the Buxton home run, he's DHing, batting third. It's a Rise at first, Correa's at short, Polanco's behind Buxton hitting fourth, Alex Kirilloff's hitting fifth in right field, Jose Miranda is at third base batting sixth, Nick Gordon is batting seventh in left field, Gary Sanchez is catching, and then Gilberto Celestino is in center field batting ninth. So Urshela, by the way, for anyone that didn't know, why is he not in the lineup for the Twins? He is on the paternity list, I believe, just like Nick Martinez is on the paternity list for the Padres. So congratulations to both of them. So that's the Twins lineup. Again, the pitching matchup today, Sonny Gray has a 3.52 ERA. Joe Musgrove has a 2.63 ERA. Seems like the extension's pretty much done. And so he's going to get a huge ovation tonight. Sonny Gray, I already talked about the last start, 6 innings, 1 earned run. But the 2 starts before that, he combined to allow 11 runs. But I mean, those are the only 2 like real clunkers that he's had this year. There's been some 4-inning, 3 earned runs that he's starts, but there's nothing other than those 2 starts on the 8th and the 14th where he, really blew up. I would expect him to pitch better than Joe Ryan pitched yesterday, obviously. Now with Musgrove, his last start gave up 4 earned runs. Wasn't his best. I know he gave up that big home run to Pete Alonso on Sunday Night Baseball, but I'm confident in him. I know he's given up 9 earned runs in his last 2 starts, but look, this guy's still a tremendous pitcher. His ERA is still 2.63 even after these last 2 starts. And when you look at the game logs and look at the runs allowed, if you're counting 4 earned runs as a clunker, then he's had like 3 this year. He's had like 14 quality starts already this season. He is the ace. I know that Aldago here in the chat, or excuse me, that's the wrong one. Aldago says Darvish is the ace, period. He's I think he's the great number 2 starter on this rotation. I would still say that it's Musgrove and then Darvish, but if Darvish is 1A, I think we're all happy about that. Like, that's a great 1-2 combination. And then the way that Snell and Clevenger are pitching right now, that's a great 3-4. I mean, Snell pitched amazing last night, 6 innings, got out of some situations, got a big double play. It was in the 4th inning, I believe. He's been pitching well his last couple starts. And then Clevenger, he's pitching like he was with Cleveland, and he's the guy that the Padres traded for and gave up Naylor and a bunch of guys for him. So that's great to see. Aldago says ESPN dropped a report on Contreras to the Padres. Like a rumor. I saw Buster Only tweet that the Padres are interested in Contreras. That's nothing new. Like that's not. Yeah, I don't understand why he tweeted that. We already knew that. We already knew the Padres are interested in Contreras. They're interested in Ian Happ. Yeah, Buster Only 19 minutes ago. While the baseball world continues to wait for a resolution of the Juan Soto talks, the Padres are also involved in conversations about Cubs catcher Wilson Contreras. Yeah, we know. There's been reporters all over the place, AC, Lynn, talking about the Padres might attach Hosmer in a deal with the Cubs if they have to give up more prospects, if they don't get Soto. I still don't understand why the Cubs signed Stroman, so I don't know what they're doing. Like, you would think they'd try to approach Ian Happ about an extension because he has another year left. They don't have to trade him like Contreras. because they're not going to bring Contreras back. But if they're not going to bring Contreras back, why would they bring Happ back? Like feels like Contreras is like their their best player. And there's not a lot of great catchers in the league like him. So you'd think that they'd want to keep him. So it just feels like why'd they sign Stroman for that deal that they did just to trade Contreras and Happ? I don't know what they're doing, but the Padres are interested in Contreras. I think they're obviously waiting on Soto. If they don't get Soto, then I think I'm pretty sure that they'd go get Contreras or Happ or both. Because Preller can't strike out and miss this year like he did last year at the trade deadline. And you want to upgrade the offense somehow. And like Contreras and like the Mets, I think have been linked to Contreras like they were this morning. But it feels like the Padres are like the main team that we're hearing about Contreras in terms of teams being interested. Obviously, the Padres and the Cardinals and the Dodgers are the main teams with the Soto stuff. The Padres have dipped their toes in the Contreras bucket and the Soto bucket as well. So we'll see. I think they're going to end up with one of those two. I still have the back of my mind that the Dodgers are going to come in at the last moment and grab Soto, but that's just the pessimistic Padre fan in me because we saw what happened last year. Boris was Scherzer's agent, is Scherzer's agent. I feel like he drove up the price tag a little bit there, used the Padres, and then Soto's agent, guess what? Scott Boras. And it feels like Andrew Friedman's probably telling the Nationals, "Hey, remember last year? Let's do that routine just like last year. Let's do that again. Mess around with Preller, get his best offer, then call us. We'll up that deal done. Boom." That's just the glass half empty, I guess, viewpoint in it for me. But that's just the way it is right now. That's kind of you always have to have that in the back of your mind. Like if you expect disappointment, then you can't totally be disappointed. So hopefully we get Soto, but I'm not going to go photoshopping Soto Padre jerseys and stuff and putting that as my profile picture and like other people have done. I'm not going in that far. Like I think the Padres have enough for Soto, but just the Dodgers are still in the back of my mind. So I already said my Padre pick is Manny today. I was successful with that one yesterday. One of the 5 bombs the Padres hit. I wish they would have saved some of those runs today. Feels like that's what's going to happen, where it's going to be a much closer game today. Obviously, a 9-run game is not what is going to happen every day. What to watch for, the new closer, right? We didn't even see who. Bob Melvin said yesterday before the game that it's going to be closer by committee, so there isn't like a real closer yet. I would still give Morahone that first opportunity, like I said a few days ago. But Taylor Rogers, he's not going to be in that closer spot, according to Bob Melvin, for a little bit of time. Just give him a break from that. He did say that the Padres' best team is with Rogers as the closer. With Rogers pitching well, they're the best team with Rogers as the closer, but not just Rogers in general, obviously, because we saw them lose 2 straight games to the Tigers, or excuse me, lost the first and third game. We saw Rogers lose 2 saves in a row to the Tigers. That's what I meant to say. So I think Morahone would be the first guy up. You had Nick Martinez. He's on the paternity list, so it's him, Garcia, and Chris Matt probably as the options. Tim Hill pitched yesterday. Obviously, it was a blowout game. The Twins had Nick Gordon pitching there at the end. So maybe that's something to watch for. If it's a save situation, who is Bob Melvin going to go to? Because if we look at the bullpen situation, the bullpen chart is out on the Talking Friars Twitter, as always, before every game. And Rogers obviously has a lot of rest, but he's not the closer. But Garcia, 2 days rest. Chris Matt, 4 days rest. Morahone, at least 5 days rest. Hasn't pitched in a while. Baez he's not going to close, but he's coming up. Hasn't pitched in a while either. So I would think that Rogers, Garcia, and Chris Matt, or excuse me, not Rogers. Garcia, Chris Matt, Morahone are the options. Then Rogers maybe pitches the 7th inning or try to put him in a lower leverage situation. We'll see what happens there. So that's something to watch for. And then can the Padres continue to hit home runs? Because they obviously have a winning record when they've hit multiple home runs. And it's hard for the Padres. It's been this year at least. it's been hard for them to string together hits. So hitting the home run, obviously, that's automatic runs. So we'll see if they can do that. That obviously usually leads to more success. So that's what to watch for today. I know it's a shorter pregame show, but I don't see a lot of other questions or anything in the chat. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Padres, Twins, Sonny Gray against Joe Musgrove. Hopefully, the Musgrove extension gets finalized tomorrow. This game's on Fox, just a reminder. So not Bally, but Fox. And I'll see you guys later. Game highlights at Talking Friars on Twitter. Go Padres.